Junk drawer resolutions. What does that have to do with financial planning? My name is Sean Todd, tax attorney, CPA, certified financial planner, host here on the Professional Edge for going on 5 years. So when we look at this junk drawer resolutions, we were talking about A, 401ks, your allocation within that. Number 2, your junk drawer resolutions with regard to your allocation within the 401k, your beneficiary designations within your 401k, and how you might want to put a trust as the beneficiary so therefore you don't disinherit your own children. So if that's of concern to you, you'll get the number here coming up to schedule that complimentary consultation here at the Cunningham Center or via technology, a Zoom meeting to see what we need to do for this junk drawer resolution. So let's turn a little bit to your financial planning junk drawer resolution. We have these miscellaneous items within the various accounts. 2022 was pretty brutal for investors. The S&P 500 returned minus 19%. We had some extreme volatility. We had some runs in that third quarter, but then the fourth quarter faded off. In December, it dropped by close to 6% alone in 1 month. So as a listener here on the Professional Edge, you're seeing your statement. You might have opened it up. You might have not opened your account statement, but that's not planning. Have you taken any action with regard to your investment portfolio to reallocate given the current market conditions? And you said, hey, I'm in tech, been doing great. Well, do not open your statement if you were in tech because the NASDAQ returned a minus 33%. So a third of your account, let's put that in perspective. You had $500,000 in the NASDAQ, 33%, quick math, $150,000 down. Now you say, what do I need to do? Well, it depends on your risk tolerance, when you're going to take the money and things like that. So again, we sit down with individuals at the Cunningham Center or via a Zoom meeting and see what you're trying to accomplish, because a lot of individuals just set and forget. They don't reallocate. Well, things have changed. We were in a rising rate environment, quickest in history, with the Fed actions. We had these 75 basis jumps, 4 of those, and another half basis point. And then the comment is, we're not too happy with the decline. We see it declining, but the speed in which inflation is being brought down, being a hawkish view by Fed Chairman Powell, we're likely to see a couple more, maybe 50 basis points or 25 basis point adjustments in 2023. They're not done yet. Well, we got a rising rate environment. We haven't had that in a very long time because we were having this free money, basically a 0% federal Fed funds rate, and that was benefiting all of us. I mean, as interest rates fall, bond prices go up. As interest rates stay low, then commerce continues, and lo and behold, we're going to have some stimulus coming out from the government. We're going to dump a whole bunch of money into the system, and we're also going to have the Fed buying securities, and therefore we're just pumping this money supply. And when we get this oversupply of money, then we have inflation. We're living it right now. A dozen eggs is north of $5. I remember when those things were $1.79 or even $1.29. So those things are 400, if not 500% increase. That's inflation. That's real inflation. So you having your junk drawer of your investment portfolio, what are you actually having in your 401k, your Roth account? Do you even have a Roth? I mean, it's surprising to me how many individuals say, no, I don't really have a Roth, never really understood it. I heard something about, it's going to be tax-free at the end, but I need the tax savings today. Well, that's short-sighted because you're not seeing the overall tax impact of putting money inside a Roth IRA. So if that's you and you say, oh, I heard somehow there's a backdoor Roth, I don't really understand it. Well, just like wanting to lose weight. I mean, that's a New Year's resolution for 99.9% of the people. They want to lose weight, get in shape. Well, Most of us know what we need to do. It's pretty simple. Either A, decrease the calorie intake and increase your activity, or do a combination of both. That's weight loss. But for some reason, a lot of individuals join the club, join the membership, and then they fade off. Well, you're not accountable to yourself, and therefore, who's going to help you? Same thing goes for your investment portfolio. What you do, you get busy with life, and therefore, wouldn't you want to delegate that to someone to provide you with counsel, guidance, just like meal prep? Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to buy. And let's stand here together and make this meal prep, because once it's done together, then it's easy to follow through and have that meal. Same thing with your investment portfolio. Working as a registered investment advisor, we have a fiduciary duty to our clients at estate management counselors, and that's what we do. We stand side by side to make sure you're on track with the changing economics and your risk tolerance, to make sure you're on track. So we collect those, we redo things, we make suggestions to change things, because the environment has changed. Your risk tolerance might not have changed, but we need to get into different sectors. For example, like the bonds. With rising rates, bonds got crushed. It was not the safe haven that it normally is, but a lot of people didn't understand that until they get their statement and they say, wow, my equities have fallen in value, my bond portfolio has fallen in value. What's going on? Well, it's easy to understand in a rising rate environment. And that's what we do at estate management counselors. So if you have this junk drawer and you've not done anything with your investment portfolio, you are afraid to look at it, you don't know what you need to do, whether you need to convert this old IRA into a Roth IRA and get that over there, or let's say there was new investment options put forth within your 401k, you haven't addressed that either. So again, that's your junk drawer. It's just a sundry of things. There's no real path on what you're trying to do. So in order to clean out that junk drawer of your portfolio allocation, do give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. And here's the real incentive. I want to share with you what we've done is to basically kick off 2023. We were doing it some in 2022 as well. But do visit emcthebundle.com. That is Echo Mary Charlie, thebundle.com. And it's an incentive for our listeners here on the Professional Edge to get that junk drawer cleaned out of your estate plan, your financial plan, and your tax plan. And what we've done is combine those three items, and you will get your estate plan done. Most of our clients have trusts to plan their estates. We will fully fund your trust, and therefore your beneficiary designations on your 401k are coordinated, your IRA are coordinated, your life insurance beneficiary designations are also coordinated as part of that estate plan. Key thing on a trust, you avoid the probate court process. It's a quick distribution of those assets, and it is 100% private. Most of our listeners know that if you have a last will and testament, that is a public display of information. Your nosy neighbor can go down and pull your last will and testament and find out who's getting what and how much it is. So if that's of concern to you, again, utilizing the benefits of emcthebundle.com, if you want to go take a look at that, then we have that estate planning component. So we're cleaning out your junk drawer of your estate plan, your financial plan, and your tax plan. So emcthebundle.com. Then the next thing that we do is we take a look at your investment portfolio, make that review based on your risk tolerance, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to accomplish, how we can reduce your tax exposure, because we see a lot of individuals holding the wrong assets in the wrong accounts. Yes, these are good assets, but you're leaving a lot of money on the table because you're holding these in the wrong account. So we rearrange those, and being a tax attorney, a CPA, and a certified financial planner, we can spot those. Think about that. When's the last time you sat down with your tax attorney, your CPA, and a certified financial planner? Well, a lot of people never have. Well, if you sit down with us, you're sitting down with those 3 professional credentials. And those are real credentials. They're not mail order. And doing this 25 plus years, it is easy for me to spot what's going on. Sort of like an individual that is a chef. It's easy for them to make an amazing chocolate cake. Well, it's easy to be able to spot and help individuals at estate management counselors. And as a listener here on the Professional Edge, do take advantage of that. So it's emcthebundle.com. So the next thing we're going to do is, after we look at your financial portfolio, is come back to you with a tax review. How can we reduce your income taxes without having you put on that orange jumpsuit? There are legal ways, and a lot of individuals leave a lot of money because their, quote, tax planning is gathering their tax documents and going to a H&R Block tax service, Liberty tax service. No offense to those, but that is basically historical reporting. There's not much you can do to plan your taxes when it's tax deadline date. What you need to do is set up your plan now in January and plan what you're going to do tax-wise for 2023. Then at the tax time of April 15th, you know that you've done your tax planning. And we discuss that here on the Professional Edge at different times, just individual income tax planning. So again, we do all 3 of those. emcthebundle.com. That is Echo Mary Charlie, thebundle.com. Or you can give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. So you say, okay, these 3 things, what's the cost? Nobody ever wants to talk about money because, A, if you're a lawyer, it's fees. Well, if you did these individually, it's going to be over a $10,000 cost. Think about that for a second. Wow, I don't really want to commit that. I just got through with this inflation that's going on in 2022, trying to have a great holiday, and I'm a little bit behind. Well, what we've done is actually take that 10 grand, slice it, divide it, and do our inflation buster, and it's 3 grand out the door. So yeah, that's it, 3 grand. That is a huge benefit, a huge bargain to you as a listener here on the Professional Edge. But in order to get that, you have to either A, go to emcthebundle.com, or B, when you call in at 877-654-9798, that number again, 877-654-9798, you say, hey, I want to take advantage of the bundle. Then let's get this started. And this will clean up your junk drawer of your estate plan, coordinate that, get it done, avoid probate and avoid ancillary probate. That's number 1. Number 2, if you have children, we'd address guardianship within that. We'd address the primary and contingent beneficiaries on your designated beneficiary accounts. That's number 2. And then number 3, we're going to look at your investment portfolio, your 401k, how that's allocated, what you're trying to accomplish, make sure you're on track for your safe and secure retirement. And then the final thing, we're going to look at your 1040 tax return. Being a tax attorney / CPA, we can identify how you can, A, reduce your taxes if possible. Haven't came across too many to where I could not add value on that. And no, we're not going to do a conservation easement or some craziness like that. What we're going to do is just the bread and butter tax planning and see if that benefits you. So again, to take advantage of that, give our office a call at 877-654-9798. My name is Sean Todd, tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner, host here on the Professional Edge, and thanks for listening.
With today's financial markets, are you getting the personal and professional attention you and your money deserve? Clients of estate management counselors benefit from having one set of professionals advise them on their tax, estate planning, and investment advice. We call that the Professional Edge. Sean Todd is a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. With over 15 years' experience, he welcomes the opportunity to assist you you in preparing for retirement, implement effective tax planning strategies, and to help you properly plan your estate. His radio show, The Professional Edge, is aired weekly on Sundays at 9 a.m. If you're interested in meeting with Scene, call his office at 877-654-9798. That's 877-654-9798. Do you want to feel more confident about making the right investment, tax, and estate planning decisions? Today, these decisions are more complex than ever. Have you thought about working with a professional advisor and not sure who to turn to? Not sure what qualifies one to be an advisor? Scene Todd is more than qualified as a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. Scene is with Estate Management Counselors. Estate Management Counselors operates as an independent fee-only investment advisory firm. They're dedicated to gaining a personal understanding of their clients' objectives and implementing professional counsel and advice to achieve those objectives. So take a second to talk with Scene Todd to learn how you can benefit from their multidisciplinary practice where they coordinate their clients' legal, tax, and investment strategies into one comprehensive and integrated plan to enhance and protect their clients' financial security. You can reach Estate Management Counselors and speak with Scene Todd by calling 1-877-654-9798. That's 1-877-654-9798.